One of my most embarrassing moments as a teacher is actually seeing a mouse or rat in my room, and I immediately climbed on top of the table. And then all of the students were kind of looking at me crazy, like, why did she just climb on top of the table? But in order to try to limit the panic of the students, I tried to convince them to climb on top of the tables or stand on the tables with me, just because. My proudest moment as a teacher was when I had a nonverbal student and he started to speak words, and the parent told me I was the reason the student started talking because I inspired him to communicate. I read this question and I just, like, I was totally, yeah. Um, so one horse-sized duck. I'm gonna take the one. I think I have a better chance at in a fight with just one. What do I talk about most at parties? My children, travel, um, education, and politics. Those two kind of go together for me. I think that's it. I don't know if that really makes me much of a party goer, huh? I would say the hobby I'm most passionate about is travel. I love to travel. My least favorite thing about PD as a teacher is having to repeat PD for the sake of some type of grant requirement or compliance requirement that I've done annually for multiple years, without it feeling meaningful or purposeful at all. My most recent TV show for binge watching is Game of Thrones. I know I'm really late, but I really enjoy it, and now I probably watch at least 4 or 5 episodes a day. There was a parent who made me cry once. At the end of the year, she told me how grateful she was to have me as a teacher, and that although her son would not be with me in the upcoming year, that she still felt very confident in the year to come because I would still be in the building to support if needed. And I had to tell her that I had taken on an opportunity elsewhere, and then sharing with her that I still was available and she could call me. And she immediately kind of withdrew, and it made me feel really bad. I had a student that had really challenging behaviors, and I was completely lost. I was sent to specialized training and received certifications, and I still came back, and the methods were unsuccessful. And that was probably the time I doubted myself the most. And I had to actually think about education in the sense of, is it more of an art or is it more of a science? And with that, I thought just being nurturing and letting the child more so lead would be the best method in addressing the behaviors. The best teacher I ever had actually wasn't my teacher, which is really funny. It was actually my younger sister teacher, but she kind of became my mentor and taught me more about just self confidence and believing that I could do things that I was struggling with. A lot of times I would get kind of withdrawn if I felt challenged. And so having someone to kind of push me through that really shaped my life. The toughest student I ever had. There was a young man, and he was diagnosed with autism, And I'd say he was the toughest just because of limited communication. So that was a huge challenge for both of us. Me having the confidence to be able to support him and also helping him grow and learning to communicate with others his needs and wants. But we got through the year, and actually, he's one of my most memorable students. A time I felt happy and confident outside of the classroom would, I guess, on vacation, because I'm free to just be me and relax, less stresses, right? So I think I can be me with confidence.